of you would have a strong belief in astrology, the modern astrology, and this video is mainly to make everyone understand what astrology is spoken by Almighty God in Vedas. So let's speak about modern astrology. Modern astrology speaks about the horoscope making. You all know it. The fixing the star of birth, and making a horoscope and using this horoscope to predict the future, or to predict that when a person can become happy, and or by doing which deeds a person can go from sorrow to happiness, or what is going to happen with my future. And there are also other terminology that has come, like Kal Sarpa Dosh, Kal Sarpa Yog, Manglik Dosh, and other so many Pitru Dosh, Brahma Dosh, etc. 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 So if we see the overall perspective, apart from this is on the horoscope and the Kundli. Apart from this, there is another belief of auspicious time. On Tuesdays this should not be done, on Mondays this should be done, on Saturdays you cannot do marriage functions, on there is something called as Rahu Kala, Ketu Kala, Yamagandam, whatever it is. This is about auspicious and inauspicious time. This is also a part of the modern astrology. And the other one is about another new system that has formed very recently, let's say numerology, then palmistry, seeing one's hand and then predicting the future, and changing the name, the characters in the name to suit the, or to please the gods, so that I can get good benefit or etc. So these are the things which is there in modern astrology. For you to understand, if we read, I'm not going to Vedas now, but if we read the Shastra, Darshana Shastras written by Rishi Munis, if you read the Smriti Granthas, the Sutra Granthas, the 11 authentic Upanishads, Mahabharat, Ramayana, Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, in none of these texts written by great people there is a mention about the modern astrology. I say modern, but it is not modern. It is really a, let's say, superstition kind of thing. It's actually going backwards. There is nothing modern here. So these things are not accepted by Almighty God. Why? There are so many mantras in Vedas which speaks about the karma philosophy. One of the famous mantra is Yajurveda 7/48. God says that each and every human being, the Jivatma, either men or women, they have a desire inside them. And because of that desire, they do actions to convert that desire into a suitable result. So every one of us, even blinking of eyes, we cannot do it without a desire inside us. So God says that you are doing your deeds, but the result of deeds is awarded by me, Almighty God. So always think pious and always do pious deeds. And the definition of pious deeds are the deeds which are mentioned in the Vedas. So if we do pious deeds, we will get happiness. If we do impious deeds, unethical, immoral, anti-Vedic, we will get sorrows. The problem lies because it's not immediate. That means I do a karma now, like every day I worship Almighty God by doing homa. The benefit of this doing homa is not awarded to me immediately. It takes its own time, because there are so many deeds which are in the queue, that I have to go through it. After that only the current karmas will again come. So because of we people not having this idea, this knowledge, we are thinking that whatever deed we are doing, like example, somebody sees an horoscope, and in the horoscope the Pandit says, you have a Kala Sarpa Yoga, please go to this temple, you have to offer something, you have to do Abhisheka, you have to do XYZ, and okay, you have to give me a fees first, all those things, or else you can give me money, I will do everything on your behalf. This is a business model which is set up. But what happens is, this guy does it, 100 people does it, 2-3 people or 10 people get some success. They think that because I did this, I got a change in my life. This is a belief system, this is not the fact. because our life is governed by the prarabdha karmas. Prarabdha means there are unlimited karmas which I have to go through in various janmas. So for this janma, God has predestined that this is your lifespan, and in this lifespan you have to take the benefit of the previous karma deeds or go through sorrow for the previous karma's bad deeds in this life. So and there is something called as vipaka karma. Vipaka means at the correct moment this karma gets into flowering. That means this karma gets into action. The karma phala, the deed, it at one particular time, like example, I am walking down the street, suddenly I'm getting an accident. So this happens at that point of time, because that is the time which God has destined that, okay, at this point of time I have to get an accident, something like that. Because we are not aware of this secret of karma philosophy, we are thinking that by me going to a temple and doing abhisheka, etc., I am getting out of a problem. So astrology is right, astrologers are right, because we don't know karma philosophy. Okay, now then what is so number one is, this is a superstition, this is ignorance. God says do not predict your future. You have to focus on the present moment. You have to focus on doing present pious deeds, serving the acharya, serving the parents, serving the elders, doing good to others, doing worship of Almighty God every day by Homa Agnihotra, doing Nam Jap, doing Jap of Gayatri Mantra and other Veda mantras to understand Vedas in life and practice it in life. These are the worship of Almighty God, which God says you have to do in life. If you do Vedic karma, then there will be a time, then your life will be full converted into happiness, and you will go towards the path of realization of Almighty God. Okay, so then what is the astrology there in Vedas? The astrology there in Vedas is more or less study of space, study of time, study of planets, study of motion of earth, understanding how the earth revolves around the sun. Why we need to understand this universe is because without understanding universe, we don't know, we can't understand. First of all, we can't understand time. Today our full universe, every one of us works on time. Morning get up, evening sleep, we work in a company or we do business 30 days once we get our salaries, or we pay salaries to someone. Everything is governed by time. And we have Amavasya, Purnima, that is new moon, full moon. And in new moon, full moon, God has prescribed special worship, practice, special yajna, etc. So understanding this space, this universe, gives us lot of advantages to scientific advancement as well as commercial benefit, to lead a happy life, to earn money. And once we have money, then we can focus our life towards spirituality. So astrology knowledge given by Almighty God speaks about algebra, speaks about arithmetic science, speaks about trigonometry, speaks about geology, like what is available inside the earth. We have crude oil, we have minerals, we have raw materials, we have so much of inside the natural gas is there, methane is there. So all this knowledge, study of all these things is called as astrology in Vedas. And also one more example is Manusmriti. Manu Bhagavan speaks about collection of taxes for each of the ships which enters India. So that means shipbuilding, navigation were famous, predominant even at those point of time. I am speaking about millions of years back. So for me to navigate, or for anyone to navigate, we need to understand the structure of the earth. Earth is a sphere, and one country to another country, if I have to navigate, I need to understand the needle, the magnetic forces, north pole, south pole, east and west directions. So these studies, and with that only I can reach from one place to another place. And if you understand Mahabharata, if you read Mahabharata, Vyas Muni was living in Patala Loka, which is America today. So how Vyas Muni would have traveled there, and how he came back to India. Vyas Muni's there was a dialogue also recorded in Mahabharata. How will you travel to, Vyas Muni asked Sukadev, how will you travel back to India? He tells the path, I will go to Harivarsha, from there I will come to Aryavrata. So this is the same route which we are following more or less today as well. We go to Europe, and Europe to India, or somebody go to some other, there are 2-3 routes, but then predominantly we go to Europe and Europe to India. This is the same route which is mentioned in Mahabharata. So this is because of the astrological knowledge these Rishi Munis had. They found out how to navigate in the earth. They understood latitude, longitude. They understood how the seasons occur. They understood when the heavy rainfall will happen, what is cyclone. All these things study is a part of astrology. And one more information for you is 2 years to 2.5 years back, I was reading an article. It was mentioned that only 24 people in this earth has seen earth as a sphere by their own eyes. Rest of all we are believing it, but 24 people have seen from moon, because earth is so big, it's impossible to see earth is a earth is a sphere. Even like some of the religious textbooks, like Jain religion speaks that earth is a flat. Earth is not flat. Veda says earth is a sphere and earth revolves around the sun. Sun does not revolve around the earth. Like when we see the sky every day, we see the sun is rising, sun is setting. Actually, it's not sun rising and sun setting. It is happening because of the earth's rotation. And the year is passing because of earth revolution. This knowledge is there in Vedas, given by Almighty God. This knowledge is part of astrology. So one of the limbs of Vedas, Vedanga, which is Jyotish Shastra, when we understand Jyotish Shastra, we will get advancement in science, we will get advancement in universe, to understand universe creation, we will get advancement in mathematics, calculation, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. These are all part of astrological studies, where we would have studied in school, but this is part of astrology which has come from Vedas. And lot of Rishi Munis have written so many books on astrology, which is the Vedic astrology. The present astrology which I mentioned about Kala Sarpa Yoga or horoscope, nakshatra matching, kundali matching before marriage. If I am not getting a son, daughter, I have to go to this temple, do this, go and see the Pandit, do this yajna. These things are man-made to make a business out of it. And these are against, we are doing a business out of it, which is against Almighty God's will. We are living in the universe created by Almighty God. We have to obey the rules and regulations of Almighty God. We cannot make our own rules and regulations. And if we make it, then of course we are suffering today. In today's population, you understand the whole world. We are having so many issues in this world today. Be it water problem, be it pollution, be it the disease now today, corona is going on. So many issues are there across the world. So, because we are devoid of Vedic knowledge, we have diverted ourselves towards the commercial business mentality, leaving the Almighty God's advices. People were so rich in earlier times, like Mahabharata and Ramayana. If you read, Ramayana says that none of the person were beggar. There was no beggar. Everyone was a dani. Everyone was able to donate so much of money to anyone who is in need. And there was no one to take money also there, because there is no beggar. This is because of the fact that people were following Vedas. Once everyone starts following Vedas, we will be automatically getting rich, because Ayu Yajnana Kalpantam, with Yajnana Kalpantam, these are Ashirvad blessings given by Almighty God in Yajurveda. So the modern astrology is actually not modern. It is a superstition. It is man-made customs. There is nothing called as any bad time, good time. Time is created by Samvatsara Jayata. Time is created by sun, motion of sun and moon and earth. Not created. We understand time like that. Time is eternal. Time is always there anytime. But then we understand 24 hours of our day, night, everything is created by motion of planets. So each and every time, and planets are created by Almighty God. So time is indirectly, we can understand that time is also created by Almighty God. So that means every time is pious. There is nothing called as bad time, good time. It's only our own karmas which is bad or good. So we have to come out of the superstition and go back to path of Vedas. Thank you so much. I will meet you soon in another video. Namaste. Om.